Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jodi Tiahrt TV on WCLBM. I am your host, Jodi Tiahrt, and I'm really excited today. I have some amazing guests with me. My first guest is actually from South Dakota, just like me, so of course I had to have him on my fitness show. And Trevor and I have been friends for quite some time, and we actually met out here in Las Vegas. But he has a great story to tell you. He is a registered nurse here in Las Vegas, works in the ER. He also works for Dr. Richards Cosmetic Surgery as one of the assistants, and he is new to doing aesthetics as well. So we are going to welcome Trevor Larson to my show and going to talk a little bit about him.
Perfect.
Thanks for coming on my show today.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about your background. You grew up in South Dakota, and then all of a sudden you were like graduated with nursing degree.
Yep.
You were like, I'm going to move to Vegas.
Yeah, so South Dakota raised, went to school for nursing, was initially going pre-med, but everything has 10, 15 years down the road, so I decided to go nursing. I know I always wanted to help people and to be a part of that. So went to school, did the nursing thing, worked out there for a little while. Family moved out to Las Vegas, or here, and I was like, family's important to me, family first. We always set that kind of as a standard, in our family. So got up to Vegas, had some things that opened up from there. So
Awesome.
awesome.
So how did you get involved into fitness? Because you are now a IFBB Men's Physique Pro, have been for a few years now, and you also have your Family First Fitness, your personal training business.
Yep. So, in South Dakota, I played sports all my life, was raised as an athlete, and once the sports died off, you end up finding the weight room and started working out, and with sports you work out anyways, and then found a gym, started training, and then one of my good friends, Ned, kind of asked me, why don't you do a show? Why don't you train for a show? And I was already training, and so that's what ended up happening. Just trained, brought in the diet, started incorporating some of those things. Actually, my first show was actually a bodybuilding show. They didn't have physique at the time. Wasn't quite my dynamic, being 6'2", you have to have the size and all that. But it was fun. It was motivating, and at the end of the day, it's setting goals. And the goal was to become better person physically, mentally, all those kind of things. So. Yeah, but we did the bodybuilding show, and then they came out with this men's physique. It was more of an aesthetic look, they want to say kind of a beach body structure shape that, I felt like I could attain at the time. So humbly saying, did one of the first physique shows, got my pro card in 2012, and just opened up the avenue. So.
Yeah, you've done a lot. So since then, you've obviously worked for several other nutrition companies along the way as a fitness model representing their product. But you've also still kept working in the ER. And then you branched into starting your own Family First Fitness. Can you briefly, tell us what's going on with that?
Yeah, so, worked with companies. It was always a hobby of mine, and anytime you have a hobby, it becomes a passion. And after doing so much for myself, I step back and you kind of internalize. After doing so much for yourself, you realize it affects other people. So, and obviously working with other people, and I always want to improve other people in the emergency room or just a fitness lifestyle, decided to do a Family First Fitness. And at the end of the day, me and my wife, for us, it's always family first. But I think we can incorporate that into our daily lives as far as fitness and family,
Absolutely. So. That's a great motto to have, because obviously without family, there's really nothing without your ground base.
Yeah.
So with that, you started working for Dr. Richards here in Las Vegas.
Yep.
He's a cosmetic surgeon, and you actually got trained in aesthetics, meaning Botox, Juvederm, etc., several years ago, and now it's like a real passion for you.
It's great, Richards Cosmetic, it's been great. It's kind of that family dynamic that I like to promote. We're all a close-knit team. I trained in injections 5 years ago. For that, it's just find the right people, the right doctor to be under, and about a year and a half ago, got connected with there. I circulated an OR recovery, and then just had some abilities. He said, he's got busy. We've had great things come along, and so decided to reamp the injections and doing the fitness thing and always being aesthetic, and you always have an eye for certain things. So I felt like it was a good call for me to, now take the face and give the injection side of things where you can do some of the anti-aging and some of that. So, yeah.
And I will be honest, I get Botox, as you can see. So, because I'm 40, so I need to get Botox. Anyway, I recently went to Trevor a couple weeks ago for my Botox, and he's absolutely amazing, you guys. I'll be honest, I've had a lot of injectors over the last 3 years since I started doing Botox, and somehow he's magically painless. Like, he takes the needles and I couldn't even feel it. I'm being honest.
I appreciate
and
it.
even my girlfriend went as well, and she said the same thing. And no bruising. I was obviously looking amazing the next day. So you are offering an amazing deal right now.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that deal?
So this month, just re-upping and reamping everything. We're doing, if you bring someone new into the practice, so you and a friend, we're doing $250 for 50 units each. So $250 each for 50 units each. And you just call the office, get it scheduled. But through the month of September, we're doing that. So just call the office and get it checked out. And it's a great deal. It's almost a buy one, get one free.
It is.
So
you can't beat that deal.
So, absolutely.
So I have a couple questions, and I'm sure my viewers have the same questions as well. So what is the difference between Juvederm, Botox, Restylane? Can you briefly describe a little bit the difference between those?
And any plastic surgeon will back this up. Botox is a neurotoxin that freezes the muscle. You have obviously two type of movements that cause wrinkling, dynamic and static. Static is the wrinkling there that over years it's been created, and then dynamic is the wrinkling with movement. So more or less what Botox does is it freezes that muscle that would cause the wrinkling that will eliminate the wrinkles that are created. So exactly. So, mainly it's glabella, forehead, crow's feet, and then with the fillers is a different dynamic. It's actually hyaluronic acid. It's a natural thing in your body. So I know a lot of people have this stigmatism of it freezes your face. It's not natural. It actually is a very natural product that actually just helps pull fluid to the certain areas. Now your fillers like Juvederm, Restylane, all that, you'll inject nasolabial folds. You can do lips, and that does wear off over time too. So just understand it's not this permanent thing. But so with the Botox, we're freezing, the forehead, we're freezing the muscle, but the fillers are actually a different dynamic in the sense of you're filling, filling under the skin, pulling a little fluid to put a little surface area to, eliminate some of the wrinkling or given just a more fullness. As we age, we lose volume in our faces. The fat pads get smaller, you lose a little bone and volume. So we're just kind of bringing that back up to, 20, 25 years old. So
the one thing I really loved about Trevor is, and I've never seen an injector do this before, is he actually opens the bottle in front of you, so you're not getting recycled product, which does happen, I've heard, in Las Vegas. Yep. And he does a consultation with you. What do you want to have done? I mean, I don't want somebody to make me look like the Joker, where I want a natural look, obviously. So he takes the time, explains everything to you, asks you exactly how much you want injected, where you want it injected. So I highly recommend you go check him out. He is offering this amazing deal right now this month. Like I said, go to Dr. Richard's Cosmetic Surgery here in Las Vegas. It is located off of the Flamingo and 215, Flamingo and Wallapai. And call the office and you can book with him. And like I said, you get 50 units of Botox for $250 as long as you bring in a friend. So find a buddy, and we all have a friend that wants to look beautiful as well. And like I said, the whole thing with beauty and health, and obviously Trevor is an amazing example, is it's the whole total package. Obviously, you need to take care of the insides. You need to take care of your outsides to maintain that youthful appearance. Obviously, we need a little work as we get older, naturally, to enhance that natural beauty. And that's what Botox and Juvederm does do. And he's an amazing example. And like I said, I've been so happy to finally get you on my show.
Yeah.
And we actually had a last minute surprise because his wife actually is really excited to be on my show today. It was a last minute thing, literally like an hour ago. And they just had a little baby girl 8 weeks ago. So his first baby girl, he's a family now of 6.
Yep.
And how is that going?
It's amazing.
Last words on that.
So 3 boys, we got our girl finally.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, foundation is family. In fitness, lifestyle, anything, even the injections. I love when I have a mom come in that we can take care of and bring joy to her life. And you women out there, even men, it's like you deserve happiness too, even during the time where you're family and you have kids and newborns. Take care of yourself, and that's what I want. I want you to come in and tell me what you want, and it's okay to take care of yourself and give something to yourself.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So be sure to check him on Instagram at Trevor Larson, and your new Instagram is
Larson,
Beauty?
yeah. True Beauty.
True Beauty.
Yep.
So please check him out, and we're going to take a little commercial break, and I will be back with Bella Larson, his beautiful wife.
Perfect.
See you in a few.
Thank you, guys.